In this video, I'm going to explain the forgot password function. If a user want to reset the password, the user can give a valid email like this and click on the forgot password, and it will send us a verification code to this email. So a verification code has been sent to theshan@gmail.com. Please check. So if I go to here, as you can see, a verification code is here. So I'm going to copy and paste this verification code here. We can't reset the password without this verification code. So I'm going to change the password to 123123. I'm going to retype the same password and click on reset password. This will give us a message code user password has been updated. And if we go to the database in here, you can see this is the old password 321456, and when I refresh the table, as you can see, the password is the new password 123123. Now I am going to explain the forgot password functionalities code. So in here, inside the index.php, this in here, when the user click on forgot password, this forgot password function will be called. So inside the script.js, this forgot password will be called, and it will, first thing is going to do is going to take this element by this ID and going to assign it to this email variable, and after that we are going to send the asynchronous request. So to do this, I'm going to use XML HTTP request. I'm going to r.open. I'm going to send this as a get method and going to send this to this location. The values going to send this to this location, start forgot password process.php, and I'm going to bind the email input field value to this process password ph.php file, and I'm going to send it as asynchronous, and r.send will send this value to this forgot password process.php. Inside this file, I have imported the connection.php because we are going to write queries. And these first two import files will help us to send the email, and the last one, this one, will help us to handle the errors, email errors. And there are three if statements. The first if statement checks whether we got the value from the front end. If we didn't get it, we will send this, please enter your email address first. So if we got it, we will assign that value to this email, and after that we are going to use the database class and search method. Inside this search method, it accepts a query. So we are going to send this not a query, a parameter. We are going to send this query as a parameter and select everything from user. So yeah, email is equal to this email value. So and then the result set, from the result set we are going to get the number of rows. So if the number of rows equals to 1, so n is equal to 1, that means a user exists. If not, we will send this text invalid email address. So if n is equals 1 means the user exists in the database, and inside this if, we are going to create a unique ID using this unique ID method, because we need a verification code to reset the password. So we this will generate the unique ID and assign it to this code variable, and I'm going to use the database class. Inside there's a method called IUD, insert update delete. It accepts a parameter, and we are going to send this update parameter, and it will return us nothing. It won't return anything, it will return a void. So we are going to send this SQL query as a parameter. So update the user table, set the verification code d equals to code where the email equal the user's email, and after that we are going I have created the email structure. So I have assigned this new PHP mailer to this mail variable, and this means simple SMTP means simple mail transfer protocol. This will help us to send and receive emails, and the host is going to be the Gmail. the username is this is the username, this is the password, and this is I'm going to send email using this password, sorry, this email, and the receiver can reply to this email address, and this address is the user's address, and this inside this address I have given this email variable because this email can be different from user to user. This is the subject and this is the body, and after that, after creating the email structure, there's another if statement, the third one. In here, this send method will give us a boolean value, a true or false. So if it is returns false, this verification, we are going to send verification code sending failed. That means the email failed. If else echo success, that means email was successfully sent to the user. And now if we go back to the script.js again, what I'm going to do is using this onReadyString, this will keep track on our HTTP request, and it is assigned to this anonymous function. And in here I have written an if statement, r.readystate equals 4 and r.status equal 200, which means our HTTP request is successful. If it is successful, whatever the response we get, assign it to this t. So if we get t equals success, that means the email was successfully sent to the user. So inside this if, I have call document.getElement by id forget password model. So in here, take this element and assign it to this m, and then I have created another element bm equal new bootstrap.model. Inside this model I have given this m, and this bm is a global variable. The reason for giving this as a global variable, because we are going to use this bm in another scenario, because in here we want to open this model, and after that we want to close this model. So therefore we need to keep this variable as global variable, so we can use this in multiple scenarios. So after that, the password is after the email verification successfully sent, the module is now open. The user now have to give the, so inside this module, this is the module. So inside this module, the user have to type the new password. So this is the new password input field. So in here, I have given a unique ID called MP, and this is the retype the new password. Its input field is the ID is RNP, and also I have given the verification code. This is the verification code input field. In here also I have given a unique ID called FC. So after user filled all these input fields, and after that when user click on reset password, this reset password function will be invoked, and user this will go and get these elements and assign it to these variables. And after that I am creating a new form data, this new form data to send these values as key pair values, and key value pairs. To send those, I'm going to use XML HTTP request, and I'm going to use r.open method, and I'm going to send this as a post method to this location, reset password process.php, and I'm going to send it as string asynchronous. r.send, inside this r.send I have given the form, so this form values will be sent to reset password process. So in here where we are going to change the user's password, so again I have imported the connection.php because we have to write some queries. In this, what this does is we will get these users front-end values received from the HTTP request and assign it to these variables. and these if and else if statements will check the validations. So if all the validations are passed, we will come to this last else statement. In here I'm going to do a search, select everything from users where email is equal to the user's email and verification code is equal to that user's verification code, and then a result set, we will get a result set and we will get the number of rows in the result set. So if the number of rows equals to 1, that means this user exists. If not, we will send this to the front end. So this user exists, that means I'm going to update that user's password. So to do that, I have used again inside this database class, we have the insert update delete method. So this will accept parameter. So I'm going to send this update as the parameter, update users set password. So change the password to this new password where email equal users email and verification code equals users verification code. So after that we are going to send this success message, and this success message I will catch this success message in here. So r.onReady stage, I have assigned anonymous function. So if r.ready state equals 4 and r.status equals 200 means the HTTP request is successful, and we will get the response and assign it to this t variable. So if the t is equals to success, that means we have successfully reset the password. And in here bm.hide, like I said, I'm going to use this global variable to hide the model. So bm.hide will hide this model, and we will give this alert, your password has been updated. And after that we are going to reload the page using windows.location.reload. So I will show you the process again. So in here I'm going to give the email, click forgot password. Now the email is sent, we will get this model. If I go to the email, this is my verification code. So I give the verification code and change the password to 190190 and click the reset password. See, your password has been updated. If you go to the database, in here this is the old password 123123, and now this is the new password. The password successfully changed. So this is all for this video. Thank you for watching.